And we are back, and I've got the wolf again. Get that stuff in here. You guys know who I am, but this guy over here, this is the wolf. The wolf, 5 Fs. You can find him. Be found on Twitch. We talked about him with the CLS video we did already. Today, we're going to talk about Han Solo. What do you think of this guy, Wolf?
Ooh,
so good.
Don't get me started. Oh,
so
don't
much,
get me started,
so
man.
Good. So good. So good. So starting
You gotta
out,
keep this under an hour, man.
I know, right? This guy could drag out. It's so funny too because he's got the typical base 4 kit, but it's so good. I mean, just the damage. Basic.
He was great for the old matchmaking where you wanted low GP, high impact characters, and it was a great one. But you know, now it doesn't matter so much anymore. But 4 abilities, and they're all great.
They are great, and they mix really well. And again, we're gonna say I cannot say it enough. 3 Chupio makes this team stupid good. Oh my God, so good. On his basic, deal physical damage to target enemy if that target has less than 50% turn meter, deal 75% more damage. Otherwise, remove 35% turn meter. This attack cannot be evaded. With that, I want to jump straight down to shoots first.
Good call.
This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is his Zeta.
Yes.
Han has a 35% counter chance, along with CLS has 100% if you Zeta him out. This team just keeps on smacking back, and 20% critical chance. Now his critical chance is really low, if I remember right?
Absolutely
in particular,
not. His critical chance is super high.
I'm sorry, it's special offense. I'm thinking special offense. You're right. It's physical offense. At relic levels, he's got a stupid amount of critical chance, so you don't even need to put him on. And we're going to talk about that because a lot of people are modding him for critical chance, and I think that is a huge mistake. Don't you agree, Wolf?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit overkill.
Yeah, 100% overkill. First time each turn, Han uses his basic attack. He attacks again, but does 50% less damage. Han takes a bonus turn at the start of each encounter. During his turn, Han ignores taunt, and he can only use his basic ability, but it will stun the target for 1 turn, and it cannot be resisted. So, like Kylo, it's a guaranteed stun, right, Wolf?
Yeah. Can't be resisted. It's even if they have tenacity up, doesn't matter. If they're immune to stun,
I was just gonna say that's the
obviously
only time.
Yeah,
right.
Immune. Yeah, the GLs, you can't stun a GL.
Can't stun a GL.
Sorry.
Can't stun DR.
You can't stun like Jedi Knight Luke. Yeah, just stuff like that. Yeah, that's nice. Sorry.
Made the mistake in my early career of attempting that, so it does help that you understand the other people's kit.
So we look at the shoots first. We'll go back to his basic over there. So he's shooting first in this, and he's double tapping.
Mm-hmm. Or
if the target has
meter.
less than 50% turn meter,
Yep.
on his first turn, he gets a bonus turn.
Yeah.
He's the only one with turn meter.
Tap,
So
tap.
everybody has less than 50% turn meter.
Yep.
So
Yeah, 100%.
he's dealing 75% more damage on his big hit initially.
That's why you see guys like Echo and the Bad Batch just gone.
Oh man, they just yeeted.
Yeah, just
gone,
yeeted.
just like nothing.
up in dust. Deadeye. His second ability, deal physical damage to target enemy and stun them for 1 turn. Here we go again with another stun. This one is avoidable though, if I am correct. Gain turn meter equal to Han's crit chance. I love this right here. This is the only reason and the argument for him to gain the turn meter. If you can get him to 100% through secondaries, isn't that what that's what I'm thinking anyway. If you can get him to 100% through secondaries and not overkill it, it's probably...
We'll go over that in a second.
Okay.
But yeah.
And then never tell me the odds. All allies gain critical chance up and evasion up for 2 turns. Han gains 50% turn meter and critical damage for 2 turns. So I guess you're about to tell me he's already getting critical chance up, so don't bother.
So if we just look at how much critical chance he's actually gaining, check your Han right now to see what his base is actually like.
His basic is 94.59, so his base is 92% with a little
92% right there.
Yeah.
From his unique, the shoots first, he's getting 20% right there. Just from himself.
Yeah.
He's above the
he's over the 100%.
Above 100%.
Yeah. So he's getting
you
a free
throw
turn.
Chewie on the team. Chewie throws out guard. Guard actually gives you, other than you can't be critically hit, dazed, or stunned, you also get an extra 25% crit chance. So he's now 25% above all of that.
So to your point,
And then he gets a crit chance up. On top of that, he's landing crits every single time.
He's basically critting every time. So what does that tell us, Wolf?
It's just happening.
How should we be modding then? What if you're getting nothing but crit chance, what should you be doing?
See, here's
There's
where,
our argument.
Here's where the argument is. Here's where the argument is. It sort of depends where you're at in the game. I think early, mid, and even a good amount late game, depending on your mod depth, crit damage. Crit damage mod's great. You know, he's dealing physical damage. You're boosting up all that damage. You want all those big hits and everything. Sort of later game, mid game, wherever you start to see a lot more teams with critical hit immunity.
Yes.
With just tons of crit avoidance.
Right. It's a very good point. I'm glad you brought that up.
Just stuff that it's tough for him, even with 150% crit chance, it's tough for him to break through at some point. So crit damage, if you don't have the offense mod depth, but offense is also a excellent choice over there. But for physical damage in general, you want biggest hits, you want crit damage mods over there. Crit damage primary in the triangle, offense on the cross.
So from when I do these videos, I base this off of from the bottom up. So if there's a low end account, I am 100% highly recommending the crit damage because you're not going to be able to get enough offense. Your offense will scale through the crit damage. But to Wolf's point, as you get higher and higher and higher, and you start seeing people using crit avoidance arrows, teams with crit avoidance in their
Right.
what you're doing, what he's saying, guys, is that the crit damage isn't going to do as much. So in his mastery, his damage scales as well. So he's getting a ton of damage through offense. And if I'm not mistaken, it's his physical damage, correct? Yes.
Yeah, it's could be his physical.
Yeah, it's
he deals physical damage, so that's all that he cares about.
So the more offense you can put on him, the harder he's going to be hitting because you cannot rely on the crit damage with certain teams. So very, very, very good point, Wolfie. I'm glad you brought that up.
That being said, I still have crit damage mods on my Han Solo right now, just because there are so many other characters that need offense mods. It's so hard to come by good offense mods at this point.
There are, and I'm a fan of being versatile with my squads too. I am not specifically trying to kill Slacker or Gas or anybody else in particular. If I have to and I get forced into a position where I've got to punch them, I'll make that attempt. But that crit damage to me, half the teams you're going to be playing, you can take out with crit damage. Half you're going to play with offense. So I still like the crit damage triangle in that position.
Oh, 100% crit damage triangle.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, whether you're going offense sets or whatever, definitely want the crit damage triangle.
Yeah.
Now the other thing is like the small set, so to say. The crit damage, you need 4 mods. The health, crit chance, whatever, you only need two mods. We call it the small set. So the small set, I have health as the small one on mine. Looks like you got health on yours as well.
Yeah.
Just because you generally have a lot more health mods available. You get health mods a lot from events, from a lot of the other things.
Yep.
They just keep dumping health mods at you. So you're probably going to have some decent health mods lying around.
If you're doing your mods, yeah.
If you're doing your mods.
That's right.
Han doesn't need all of the speed in the world, but if you're going for a mirror match, having the faster Han Solo makes a mirror match so much nicer.
Oh yeah, it's a lot easier.
If you can guarantee that you're going first, if your Han is the shoots first of the shoots first, the shootier first-year Han, then that's a lot better for the mirror match.
To your point, when they changed and added overflow, that really changed my mind a bit on that because I always ran a slow Han Solo. I'm like, he's going to assist. I can put mods anywhere else. I've added some speed to my Han Solo, but I'm not making him crazy fast like 300 because I do in those cases where I run into him. Yeah. I want to at least be competitive.
284. 284 is plus 128 from secondary. That's that's a good decent speed on him. You don't need to be insane. Just whatever you got, whatever you got to spare. 293, perfect.
Yeah, that one's super fast.
Even better.
You look at my other account, my actual one that I play on that I call my main. I think I might be running. Hell, I still got crit damage mods on or crit chance mods on there. That needs to change. 267. Yeah. I think that's why they're still there.
It all depends on where you're at.
Yeah. But to your point about health mods, you get so many of them. I actually stopped farming them all together. And then as the game's evolving, I was behind on health mods. I'm like, oh, God, I got to start farming a few at least.
You're not kidding.
Somewhere else.
The amount of characters that have popped up that need health mods with health primaries, it's insane.
They're coming out of nowhere now, I'm telling you.
That's another video, though.
100%. So looking at how the community is modding him, let me actually, there's that bug. Let me pull it up. The community is actually still doing crit damage and crit chance. 46%.
Not surprised.
Well, I'm not either.
Depending on what relic level he is, if he's lower gear, he may need a bit more crit chance to get up there. You know, we're talking about relic level modding right now, so he may need, you know, even though he's gaining 45% from uniques, a little bit of crit chance, you know, may not hurt.
Yeah. See, the secondary one is 20% is crit damage and health, which is more along the lines of what we're thinking, either offense with health or crit damage with health, depending on how you want to run him. But either of those work, and we explained earlier why. I don't understand why people are doing crit damage with potency mods.
They're trying to land the stuns, I guess.
That second stun?
They really want that turn meter removal on his basic.
I'm a fan of crowd control, but there's enough on this team already. I don't think you really need to. That's just my opinion.
Especially because things getting resisted is feeding your turn meter.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say potency on him.
That's a little overboard, I think.
Crit damage, and then if you got awesome mod depth, go for offense.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Cross, everybody for the most part is putting offense, which makes total sense.
Yeah, 100%.
Protection on the circle over health. It's a little bit split, but mostly the protection.
57-43, yeah, sounds about right.
And then the arrow, 94% on speed, of course, and then 6% have it on offense. Probably those 6% are the ones that can get him up to 260, 270, 280 without putting a speed mod on. I would assume. So or
they're never doing mirrors.
What about?
Yeah, speed is mostly important in the mirror match.
Yeah, I almost never do a mirror myself. I usually utilize them somewhere else.
It's something to have if you need it in your back pocket, depending where you're at. You know, not everybody has a lot of CLS counters. You know, I like to throw BAM against CLS, but it's not everybody has a built-up BAM. So
with this team, the circle, health or protection?
With this team, I mean, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I would probably say protection on him, but realistically, I don't think it's going to make a major difference on him.
Secondary priority,
probably fine
offense,
either way.
Followed by speed.
Yeah, offense,
protection,
speed,
health, and any potency you can add is fine.
If you need crit chance, sure. Yeah, any extra potency. But the primarily is going to be offense and speed. You want to just max out this dude's damage.
Agreed. What about that minimum speed we talked about a minute ago? You said what? You were saying 280 some?
Yeah, I'm running 284. I feel like that's probably in the mid sort of range side. That's added 128 from secondary. So if you can get him 260, 280, if you can hit 300, that's probably a little bit too much investment. I'm
going to lean it. Wolf's got really good mods. His account is really well modded. He's got a good abundance of speed mods. So for the regular audience out there that can't afford that, my goal is going to be right now for 250. I think most accounts can afford that. And again, it depends on where you're at in the game.
Faster than mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Well, that account's really well modded. I refer to my main for the regular audience. And for the God mod account,
Gotcha.
Yeah, that goes up toward there. Totally different. But to his point, any excess crit chance you guys could put on there. And the potency doesn't hurt for that second stun. I mean, it's not guaranteed to land. Tenacity, a lot of this stuff is going to get shared anyway through the leadership from CLS, coming through Chupio. So you're going to gain a lot of excess stats there as well.
He doesn't need a crazy amount of tenacity also because of the guard.
Yeah.
He's already going to be immune to daze and stun. And those are the big things that you want to make sure that can't happen to him. You can't be dazed or stunned.
And some people may not understand guard very much, but guard always covers solo and then the weakest ally. So it's always Han Solo and then the weakest ally. So he always gets the
lowest
benefit.
combined health and protection.
Right.
So yeah, Han will always have the guard.
Always have the guard until Chewie dies, 100%. What about relic priority?
We said he was high up because of his ship.
Yep.
He's your damage dealer. We want to get his offense up there. So he's definitely high priority. Like we said, ship harder.
Damn right, ship harder.
That's just the name of the game, ship harder. I used my rebels today for 22 banners in TW against a negotiator fleet. Rebels do work.
Oh, I'm learning that counter now. I just got my Biston Scarab up. Oh, I'm loving that negotiator kill. That is amazing. It's so
beautiful.
easy. It's so easy.
It's beautiful.
It is.
It takes some RNG, but it's when it works.
I haven't experienced RNG yet at all. I'm just like, I'm loving it. The banners aren't the greatest, maybe because my other gear isn't up. But anyway, we're off subject. Relic priority, I put him between a 7 and a 9, depending on where you're at. I think he needs to go to relic at some point when you really need that excess
how
damage.
high to take him? Okay.
Yep. So
yeah, 7 or 8.
Yeah. So it's 1 to 10. I rate it by relic priority 1 to 10, and I have him listed at a 9.
Well, that's just confusing. There's only 9 relic levels.
Gosh darn it! You're right. You're right. You're right. He got me. Got him.
I'm kidding.
Zeta priority.
Oh, definitely want that. Shoots first, huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would still do CLS if we're talking about the whole team. We have to make a whole. You want to put something in the description? We'll put a whole like Zeta list, priority list for the whole team.
We could do that under CLS.
Okay, I think that should be a good one because Han Solo is definitely up there. You want to have his shoots first. But I would put Zetas on CLS and then probably Chewie.
Yeah. Around
the same time as Han.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, 100%. I was a little late bloom on the Han Solo one because I also found priority with the CLS first as well. Let's see what else can I add there. We got the speed minimum goal. I think that's it, guys. So again, the visual will be up for you guys. If you guys got any questions, let me know. I can also refer to Wolf. Wolf is in the Discord. He is one of the Battalion 5. So if you guys look down below to our link tree link, you can find all of us in that Discord. We all have our own sections. Click that emoji. You can come out and hang out. And like I said, this is the scientist of the battalion. So if you guys need answers, he knows the majority of them. So there aren't too many people I trust. When I ask a question, I feel like I'm going to get the answer. And if he doesn't know the answer, he'll say he doesn't know. So that's another thing I love about it as well. So I appreciate you as always, Wolf. Chewbacca is on deck. In the meantime, don't forget, guys, look a brother up over there. My arrow isn't there. And we are 1 battalion strong.
1 battalion strong.
Till next time.
We are
Poor Ram's getting blocked out of visual.
strong.
Poor guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, am I still up there?